Shadow of War is an epic third-person open-world action RPG and the sequel to the award-winning Shadow of Mordor. This walkthrough takes place many hours into the game, where we will show you one example of the epic, personal stories created through the next generation of the revolutionary Nemesis system. To save Middle-earth, we will be journeying deep behind enemy lines and using the new Ring of Power to forge an army and conquer Mordor from within. On the world map, we see the many regions we can conquer. Every one of these regions is a distinct environment with unique enemies and allies, including overlords, war chiefs, captains, followers, fortresses, strongholds, missions, and more. Today, we're going to attack and conquer the mountain valley of Saragost and take it from Sauron's overlord, Ur-Hakon, the Dragon Lord. Let's launch the assault. It's not only our enemies and the world that make the Nemesis system unique, it's also our followers. Ragdug the Iron Mount has armored cavalry that can charge through the flames of artillery fire. The Demolisher is a living battering ram with the power to smash enemy defenses. With our followers at our side, we must first face the Stormbringer.
The bright Lord, I fought for you, bled for you, and you left me to die. But I was reborn with the power of the Dark Lord.
He has a history and personal grudge against us. He used to be part of our army before he betrayed us and joined the Dark Lord. He also carries a dark curse, which prevents us from using the power of the new ring.
Come, charge into the flames of your reckoning. Ignite!
The Overlord has deployed multiple fort defenses, including siege beasts and flame archers.
No more talk! We bring war!
Our first objective will be to break through the main gate.
You feel it, don't you? This is the power of the Dark Lord. Yes. Yes. Come to me. Suffer me now!
With the Stormbringer defeated, we've broken the curse and can unleash our power as the Demolisher breaches the gate, allowing our army to storm the fort. There are many ways to conquer a fort, from open combat to stealth and infiltration. We've infiltrated a spy within the enemy ranks. Deadeye has placed explosives, allowing us to sabotage the wall and outflank the defenders. The spy is also able to help clear the way by sniping enemies. In Shadow of Mordor, the Nemesis system created memorable stories of bloodshed and revenge. In Shadow of War, your followers can create entirely new stories of loyalty, betrayal, rivalry, and even friendship.
Gotcha.
Thanks, Deadeye.
Nice shot.
We've expanded the RPG systems in Shadow of War enormously. Defeating Stormbringer allows us to collect this epic armor of Rohan and equip it.
Ranger! I am usually the forgiving soul, but Stormbringer, he was mine, and you've stolen my cow! It's time to dance!
Mounting armored cavalry allows us to ride through these flames unharmed. Releasing and dominating the Drake lets us turn the Overlord's defenses against him. You've terrified the Flame of War. Now bend him to your will. The Ring of Power allows us to dominate the minds of our enemies,
I am your son.
compelling them to join our growing army. Now, with the power of the new ring and the help of our followers, we've defeated the War Chiefs. we can face our ultimate nemesis in this fort, the Dragon Lord himself.
It is time to take what is ours.
With the Nemesis system, every Overlord faced by every player will be unique to their world, and the throne room itself has been customized by the Overlord as his personal combat arena.
It's the Lord of Mordor himself, the Grave Walker. You've made a right mess, haven't you? My army slain, my Drake dead. So much pain. Well, I know a thing or two about pain. And yours, it's going to burn a hole into this world. Let me show you how it's done. This might hurt.
The Overlord defeated, Fort Saragost and this region of Mordor are ours. Conquering the region rewards us with experience, loot, new followers, and resources. It also creates a personal base from which we train our forces, increase our power, and upgrade our defenses against Sauron's counterattacks. Let's return to the army screen, where we can review our enemies and command our followers. We need to select one to become the new Overlord, so he can spread his influence throughout the region, creating an entirely original Nemesis fortress. This war chief is a necromancer. He will shroud the fort in sorcery to confuse and terrify attackers. This war chief is a beastmaster. He will allow us to turn the creatures of Mordor against our enemies. But we're going to promote Ragdug, the war chief who charged through that artillery assault and helped us bring down Ord-Hakon, the Dragon Lord. As a marauder, he can loot and pillage the region for us. With our new Overlord in place, we can upgrade the fortress, increasing its defenses and enlarging the size and power of our army. The Nemesis system means that every element of this mission was dynamic and unique. No two players of the game will experience the same story.
We will spread his power!
This was just one step in our conquest of Mordor. One small example of the millions of unique stories players will create in Middle-earth: Shadow of War.
The Bright Lord.
The world of men is ending. In the fires of Mount Doom, a ranger and a wraith, bound together in death, crafted the one thing that could challenge Sauron, a ring of power. But power can blind those who seek it.
Celebrimbor!
The great deceiver has returned to Middle-earth to rebuild his armies, to rule all. Their corruption will be contained no longer. The war for Mordor begins.
Shadow Strike.
You
Gog.
terrified the flame of war.
Flame
Now
of
vent
war.
into your
Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna ask more about this. And I saw in the chat people were asking about the shaming and us the domination. We will actually do a focus on that after we pause again. I'm just letting you guys know because I'm sure the answer is gonna be super long and complicated. So I want to give time.
How I roll.
There you go. How to do the roll for sure. Oh man. I think this is like such a fantastic moment though as we're walking up to the fortress.
I actually love Zorg the Haunted in this
Yeah?
moment. Sometimes if you just catch him, he's just butchering his way through these guys.
This time he just doesn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't even get to shine in this particular walkthrough, but he's pretty awesome.
Jeez. That's funny though, because in a way it's like he's just like bouncing like off of them, and I guess that's what would happen if you leveled up an orc chieftain, or excuse me, an orc war chief enough.
Yeah, he's got this heavy armor. He doesn't give a
He doesn't give a. We are a mature game.
Right, okay.
It's okay for us to say fuck here.
Excellent.
I know
I
it's
didn't-
frightening.
I
I'm
should've
sorry,
checked that.
children in chat, but it's something where this is a mature game. So
I love this guy's scars as well. So again,
yeah.
he's someone we've really got history with.
right.
So those scars on his face from previous fights.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, actually, on a completely unrelated note, Hurkon the Dragon is what we keep, like, it's so hard to maintain that cadence correctly. Hurkon the Dragon.
Yeah. Well, you don't need to worry, because in your game, you're never going to meet exactly this guy anyway. So actually, all of these guys are dynamic and procedural. So they just got to live for this one shining moment.
Gotcha. Well, sorry, bro, that you're only going to show up for this moment and probably won't be seen in anyone else's game specifically.
No one else's Mordor is going to have this guy.
Oh, man. Well, he's beautiful for now. We get to have so many wonderful thousands of people get to see him today. Oof. The stab in the stomach.
I love the flamethrower as well.
Oh, the flamethrower on top of that?
Yeah.
So, as I watch through here, this is an opportunity like where we're showing how the like whole dismemberment is now changed. I mean, before, because in Shadow of Mordor, you would take off a head, but now we're seeing like limbs and bodies cut in half.
Yep, which gives us a whole new set of scars that we can have on these
Right.
guys as well. So we can have, prosthetic arms they can come back with, or severed limbs.
So if you like took out a war chief, they might come back with some claw hand thing.
Yep.
Ooh, that's fantastic to see.
We actually had the claw last time, but it wasn't as the result of a scar. But now we
Right.
can actually do that as scars. So he's throwing these guys.
I know the guy who gets thrown over his
Yeah.
head. Oh, that's awesome. So I'm going to grab a question here from a bearded bannerman.
Yep.
Can you dominate and recruit overlords?
You can dominate and recruit any orcs in the world. He's yes.
Oh, there you go. That's a ooh. We have the mighty savior moment.
And so this one's a little bit different as a savior moment from the earlier one, because this is when you've got a bodyguard, you can summon them in. So you can hit the D-pad and summon them in to help you. So with Deadeye, he was actually looking for the opportunity, stepping in to save you.
Gotcha.
But with Ragdug, this is like, okay, Talion summoning him in. So you can do that on call as well. You can also do that with your mounts. So you can summon in your Caragor to come in as well.
Oh, gotcha. We saw that at one point too, with when he summoned it in and then he went and released the Drake. I love the stab.
Yeah, you got to make sure.
You really got to make sure.
I kind of like that Urha-Khan has a little smile just as he's getting stabbed in the head as well.
Oh man, he's just like, yeah, you're gonna.
He likes the pain. He was clear about that.
That's true. That was kind of.
And then we can see that the fortress really is just one part of the overall, the larger open world and the region.
Gotcha. Oh, that's fantastic. Ooh, and then we have the finish scene where we see the gear that we gain, we see the level up. Now, this is something that I was amazed that I missed until just like watching this recently. When you bring up who's going to be the next overlord, well, the fact is that the fortress itself reflects it in the background right here.
And of course would reflect it in the world.
The bones and stuff.
Yeah, all those changes we see on the fortress,
right.
You can also see them reflected through the open world. So it's not just the fortress, we also have different outposts and strongholds. So all the towers there will have new banners. They'll have new monuments from, if it was that tribe. Yeah.
That is wicked. And then each guy having a different style. Oh, that's so much fun.
Yeah, the Marauder, so they don't make this armor themselves. This is kind of stuff that they've looted and pillaged and stolen from other people. And then once you have the fortress, then you can make it bigger. You can have more war chiefs defending it.
Right.
Oh, he's upgraded.
The head throw, I love that.
It's not actually, it's just the top of it's just the scalp.
It's a little,
and
it's
the
a scalp
crown.
Sound.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, he's sharing with everybody. He's like, this is, I said I'd bring you the head.
That's the orc equivalent of a bouquet. So whoever catches that gets married.
Aw, that's adorable.
Yeah.
That's really, that's, or I guess is the next overlord maybe, the equivalent.
Could be, yeah.
Gotcha. I like the orc culture and lore that we get to hear. Oh man, that is legit. And then we have the sweet fly out moment where we get to see. It's pretty.
Yeah, Mordor. I think that's something that it's great to be able to sort of expand this world, not only to explore different parts of Mordor, so the sort of lush islands in Nirn or the deep cave complexes in Cirith Ungol, but also going out beyond Mordor as well. So seeing Gondor, seeing Minas Ithil. It's pretty cool.
Shadow of War is an epic third-person open-world action RPG, and the sequel to the award-winning Shadow of Mordor. This walkthrough takes place many hours into the game, where we will show you one example of the epic, personal stories created through the next generation of the revolutionary Nemesis system. To save Middle-earth, we will be journeying deep behind enemy lines, and using the new Ring of Power to forge an army and conquer Mordor from within. On the world map, we see the many regions we can conquer. Every one of these regions is a distinct environment with unique enemies and allies, including overlords, war chiefs, captains, followers, fortresses, strongholds, missions, and more. Today, we're going to attack and conquer the mountain valley of Saragost, and take it from Sauron's overlord, Urha-Khan, the Dragon Lord. Let's launch the assault. It's not only our enemies and the world that make the Nemesis system unique, it's also our followers. Ragdug the Iron Mount has armored cavalry that can charge through the flames of artillery fire. The Demolisher is a living battering ram with the power to smash enemy defenses. With our followers at our side, we must first face the Stormbringer.
The bright Lord, I fought for you, bled for you, and you left me to die. But I was reborn with the power of the Dark Lord.
He has a history and personal grudge against us. He used to be part of our army before he betrayed us and joined the Dark Lord. He also carries a dark curse, which prevents us from using the power of the new ring.
Come, charge into the flames of your reckoning! Ignite!
The Overlord has deployed multiple fort defenses, including siege beasts and flame archers.
No more talk! We bring war!
Our first objective will be to break through the main gate.
Destroy the gate! You feel it, don't you? This is the power of the Dark Lord. Yes. Yes. Come to me. Suffer me now!
With the Stormbringer defeated, we've broken the curse and can unleash our power as the Demolisher breaches the gate, allowing our army to storm the fort. There are many ways to conquer a fort, from open combat to stealth and infiltration. We've infiltrated a spy within the enemy ranks. Deadeye has placed explosives, allowing us to sabotage the wall and outflank the defenders.
Did you really think you could kill me that easily?
The spy is also able to help clear the way by sniping enemies. In Shadow of Mordor, the Nemesis system created memorable stories of bloodshed and revenge. In Shadow of War, your followers can create entirely new stories of loyalty, betrayal, rivalry, and even friendship.
Gotcha.
Thanks, Deadeye.
Nice shot.
We've expanded the RPG systems in Shadow of War enormously. Defeating Stormbringer allows us to collect this epic armor of Rohan and equip it.
Ranger! I am usually the forgiving soul, but Stormbringer, he was mine, and you've stolen my tail! It's time to dance!